Welcome to 2K Sports. What could be better than kicking back on a Sunday afternoon watching the NBA? Along with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Grant. Tonight we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, BA, it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
A look at the opening lineup for Washington. We've got George. Johnson is out there with Sarr. And it's Carrington in at shooting guard. Robinson can't hit. George outside. Fires the three. Carrington no good. Robinson passes to Jaquez. Back to Robinson. Releases. The wide open shot is on the money.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Shot's good by Carrington.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Pass to Ware. Outside Mitchell. Lets the three fly. Sarr pulls it in. Washington has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Outside Johnson. Here's Sarr. Clock at 6. Pass to Champagny from outside the arc, and he buries his first look.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Outside Robinson. Now Mitchell. Back to Robinson. Jaquez with it. Here's the three. Connects from downtown.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Sarr. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Left side Robinson. Launches a three, and it's Highsmith missing.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Pass to George. There's a screen. Here's Johnson, and that one drops.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Miami making a switch here. Christopher's checked in. And a change for the Wizards. Jones, he's checked in for George. Outside Jaquez. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Highsmith. And again, no good by Miami. Washington leading by 3. And Grant, the Heat last season retiring Udonis Haslam's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire 2-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, what he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
Jaquez finds Robinson. Over to the left wing. They swipe it. Here's Carrington. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Here's Sarr. Soft touch off the glass.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
Pass to Christopher. Robinson on the wing. He played a great game against New Orleans. 6 to shoot. All right, now we have a moment. Here are the most efficient teams from range over the past month. The Heat third.
Yeah, boy, they've been hot from 3 this past month. That's what happens when you have good shooters who get into a good rhythm.
And he drops the first. And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And the regular season is almost over, Doris. What are you honed in on tonight?
I think, Brian, whether we're talking about pre-All-Star break where things can get a little wonky or maybe the start of the season, to me, the best teams, regardless of the time of the year it is, they are focused on staying true to their habits and remaining competitively tough. Because I don't care if you're playing guys outside the rotation that are normal, those guys have got to bring great effort. The standard should be met nightly regardless of the circumstance.
The first one falls. He's off on the second. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away. Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Back to Johnson. Pass to Sarr. Yep, that one goes.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Here's Highsmith. Here's Christopher. Rebounded by Champagnie.
And for him, that's a great look. Expect him to go right back to it if it's available.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Launches it, and that one's good. Jaquez for 3. Jaquez has got 6.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Here's Carrington. He's got 6. Champagnie. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. So for Miami, Anderson's checked in for Highsmith. Johnson comes in for Robinson. And it's Rozier in for Mitchell. Rozier against Johnson. Pass to Jaquez. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. And if you're a longtime Washington Wizards fan, you have to be pining for the glory days, Doris.
And think how far back those glory days were, the 1970s. Back then, they made 4 finals and won 1 championship. But since that point, BA, they haven't even made a conference finals. And yet again, they are in a rebuild. Incredible.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Washington leading by 5. Outside Jones. Pass to Sarr. Corner shot. And Rozier pulls it down.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Outside Anderson. Now Jaquez. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. Here's Johnson. Second chance effort. Got a hand on it. Pass to Johnson. Here's Carrington.
I see him.
Johnson on the wing. Let's go with a three. He's off on that one. And it's Jaquez with the ball for the Heat. It's a 5-point game. Anderson for three. It's rebounded by Washington. Champagne's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Johnson on the wing. Outside Jones. Three-pointer. And Rozier pulls it down. Well, the Heat's shooting 33% in the first quarter. Christopher misses. Washington leading by 5. To the middle. Here's Sarr. Anderson pulls it down. Inside, the kick out to Johnson. Pass to Rozier. Here's Christopher. Down low. Johnson passes to Anderson. Over Johnson. Rebound Washington.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
To the inside. It's stolen by Jaquez. And here they go. And there's Anderson. That one's good. On the assist by Johnson.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Vukcevic, he's checked in for Washington. And it's Washington with the ball. 3-point lead. Pass to Jones. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Here's Jaquez, and he banks in the layup. Jaquez has got 9 points. Washington leading by 3. Outside Jones, out to the right wing. Pass to Champagnie. Outside Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Terry Rozier.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
Right side Jaquez. Pass to Anderson. The rebound by the Wizards.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Jones, the pass to Champagnie. Now here's Johnson. Here's Vukcevic. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. And the Wizards lead by 5. Pass to Johnson. Jaquez with it. There's the screen by Johnson. Jaquez, the open look. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
Johnson, a screen on Johnson. Now Jones. They set the screen. Wing shot on the way. The shot by Johnson, no good.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Johnson against Jaquez. Johnson, a screen on Johnson. Here's Jaquez. He nails it, and we're tied. Jaquez has got 14. It's all tied in Miami. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the Heat here?
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
Mitchell out there with Terry Rozier. Then it's Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Kyle Anderson. And it's Highsmith in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Back to Jones. Here's Vucevic. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2. And for the Heat, they're shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Jaquez up top. Anderson with a screen on Jones. To the paint. And finished off by Anderson.
Boy, you love the determination from slow-mo right there. Kyle Anderson right through the contact.
Miami shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
First team foul. Now at the line, Kyle.
And that one drops, so now they lead by 1. When you look back at the history of the league, Doris, no position has evolved more than the center.
You know, B.A., that's a tremendous point because you look at some of the best players in the league, they occupy the 5 spot. They're asked to do so much. Defensively, protect the rim. Be able to switch out and guard smaller players on the perimeter. Now you're being asked to be able to make shots from 3. I mean, big man's got a lot of responsibility in today's game.
And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Wizards.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
They've also done a great job finding openings and exploiting them. Take those lanes when they're given and turn them into points.
First free throw is good. Doris, you look at this Washington team. They hit the reset button.
B.A., I am sure that's not an easy decision to make, but I believe it was the right move. Washington was kind of stuck at that play-in level. Now they have a clear focus and direction on the future. May take some time, but I like the plan.
And Jaquez drops them both. Washington trailing. Now here's Johnson, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Pass to Vucevic. Jones from outside. And they'll get another chance. To the middle. Another shot. Anderson pulls it down. And so here is Miami. Highsmith passes to Anderson. To the inside. Oh, swiped away. Here's Carrington. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. Carrington's got 4 points in the quarter. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Jaquez against Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Fades and shoots. Jaquez, that's good. Jaquez has got 18 points in the game.
Boy, you cannot leave him alone like that. Good form on the fadeaway jumper.
Here's Vucevic. No good on the 3.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Pass to Highsmith. Anderson with a screen. Here's Highsmith. Shoots. And it's Mitchell. The miss. Left side Jones. Puts up a 3. Rebound Miami. They're fresh off the win against the Pelicans.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
Pass to Johnson. Takes a 3. Pure from three-point range. He's got 5.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Let's bring up a leaderboard. Shooting guards leading the way in steals over the past 10 games. Wizards on D. Rozier outside. Pass to Jaquez. And there's the screen. Pulls up on the wing, and Vukcevic pulls it down. Washington has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Outside Johnson. Off target with the three. For Miami, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Back to Mitchell. Inside. Here's Jaquez. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for Washington. Johnson on the wing. That one's good. Makes him 3 for 7.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Jaquez against Jones. The fadeaway, and too long on the shot. The Wizards with a lead. Pass to Carrington. Now Johnson. Checked by Mitchell. Johnson inside. Jaquez grabs the board.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
To snap the cold streak. This is the layup.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Fires in the triple. Jones has got 5 points. And for the Heat, they're shooting just 38% in this quarter. Pass to Ware. And here's Jaquez. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Rozier. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
How about Terry Rozier showing a little bit of versatility, gets to the mid-range game and makes it good.
And timeout is called by Brian Keith. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. So both teams changing it up here.
Heat Youth Dance Team. Once again, fans, your Heat Youth Dancers.
Washington leading by 3. Jones, the pass to Johnson. Pass to Vukcevic. Shot clock at 6. The 3. And Johnson gets it to go on the assist by George. Johnson's got 8 points here in the quarter. Johnson against Rozier. Here's Highsmith. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. And George with some nice D.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Heat trail by 6. Pass to Christopher. Here's Johnson. Rozier outside. Johnson a screen on Jones. 3-pointer Rozier. And Vukcevic pulls it down. Vukcevic has got 4 rebounds in the game. Jones with the ball. Guarded now by Anderson. Johnson with it. 10 points for him.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Washington shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
At the line for the Wizards, Johnson.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Jaquez is checked in for Miami. Both good from the line that time. And it's Rozier with the ball for the Heat. Trailing by 8. Pass to Johnson. There's the screen by Johnson. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Trying their best to catch up. Can't fault their performance from the line, especially this quarter.
Pass to Sarr. Now Johnson. Stolen by Anderson. Rozier against Johnson. Rozier can't get it to go. And Washington with possession. They're on a 13-5 run. Grant, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sarr has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well. And that's a very intriguing package.
Now here's Jaquez. He's guarded closely.
They've been impeccable from the line here in the second period. Doing what they can to try to build some momentum.
Now he shot well from the line tonight, going 4 of 5. The free throw drops for Jaquez. Second free throw, no good.
Here in the second period, he's made a concerted effort to attack and get himself to the line.
Jones from outside. It's hauled in by the Heat. And here's Johnson. Down low. Jaquez, the pass to Rozier. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Johnson from the arc. Rebound Washington. Sarr's got 4 rebounds now. Jones with the ball to the paint. It's tipped. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Rozier. It's deflected.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Pass to Vukcevic. To the middle. Here's George. And he buries his first look.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Outside Jaquez. There's the screen by Johnson. From downtown. Count it. Now 8 for 13 with that basket.
Well, this quarter has been all about this guy. He is trying to close the gap in the score.
Pass to Sarr. Rebound Miami. Anderson's got his 4th rebound in this one. On the wing, Rozier. Outside, Anderson. Clock at 6. Now here's Jaquez. Shoots over Sarr. And the shot no good. A bit short.
Boy, no idea why he went with the fadeaway. Had a clean look at the basket.
George for 3. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. Heat trail by 5. Pass to Rozier. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
You can see the kind of attention that Terry Rozier is going to attract on the defensive end. This guy's scoring capabilities causes the contact.
That free throw good from Rozier.
Boy, when I think of Terry Rozier, a few things come to mind. Speed certainly is a problem for defenders, scoring ability as well, but the fearlessness is really what makes him hard to deal with.
Robinson, he's checked in for Miami. Mitchell comes in for Christopher. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Rozier finds Mitchell. It's Robinson, high post. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. Here's George. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so that brings the first half to a close. It's Washington. They lead by 6. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down.
You take a look at the Heat, they're right around where we expected them to be at this point. Nothing to be ashamed of. They've had some great wins, and now they know exactly what they need to work on to become contenders next year.
And returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the Wizards.
I like how they've been hitting the boards, man. Playing real hard. That's a great sign for the second half.
Yeah, but the score is close. And if they want to pull away, you got to do more than rebound.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, Jaime Jaquez displaying his skills today.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
Well, one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Checking out the group for Brian Keefe to start the second half. We've got Sarr, George out there with Johnson, and it's Carrington in at the 2 guard.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Robinson for 3. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Carrington no good. Heat trail by 9. Pass to Highsmith. From deep, Mitchell. It's hauled in by Carrington. Carrington's got 4 rebounds now. To the inside. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Jaquez against George. 5 to shoot. Jaquez, that's good. Jaquez has got 27.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Pass to Johnson. From deep. Oh, they get a hand on it.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Now Robinson. And that's a foul. Called on Duncan Robinson. That's his first foul of the game.
I don't know if he's just forcing things, but after one miscue in the first half, he's been a mistake waiting to happen since.
Pass to Champagny. Here's Carrington. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
Mitchell, the pass to Robinson. The 3 knocks down the triple. Robinson's got 7 points.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Count that bucket. And the Wizards lead by 10.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Over the last month, these rookies have been cleaning the glass. 5th best, Alex Sarr.
Hey, the way he's been aggressively attacking the boards, you have to think he's earned the respect of his teammates.
Outside Jaquez. Outside Robinson. Back to Jaquez. Six on the shot clock. Rejected by George.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
And a look at the stats for Tyler Hero.
Effective field goal percentage is a great way to measure his performance over the previous 10 games. It's been much improved, a sign that his game has been evolving.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. He wants to review the game plan. Johnson, he's checked in for Miami. Christopher comes in for Robinson. Jones, he's checked in for Washington. First one falls for him. And Johnson drops them both. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Miami. A 12-point game. Pass to Jaquez. Mitchell, a screen on Jones. 6 to shoot. Jaquez. Jones grabs the board.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's George. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
The shot by Johnson, no good. Here's Carrington. 17 points in the game. Pass to Johnson. George, a screen on Mitchell. Johnson for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Johnson's got 17 points.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Rozier, he's checked in for Mitchell. George for 3. Counted from distance. He's got 9.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
To halt the run. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Washington.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
The free throw drops for Jaquez. Miami making a switch here. And Jaquez drops them both. And it's Wizards ball. They're on a 19-7 run. Pass to George. Here's Champagny. Here's Carrington. 17 points in the game. Three-pointer, no good.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And he lobs it up top. Tries the spin move. Here's George. No good off the spin. Heat trail by 18. Now here's Mitchell. Yet to see a basket. And there's a 3-second violation.
He pushed a little too hard there trying to close the gap. And yes, he paid the price.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
Pass to Carrington. Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. This will be his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Carrington, 1.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. Anderson's checked in for Highsmith. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Vukcevic is checked in. Johnson with it. 17 points in the game. And the 3 off target. Rozier outside. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Well, Terry Rozier has more than proven he's very capable of being a starter. Can score it, excellent facilitator, and brings an edge every time he touches the floor.
2 shots.
And he makes a first. Both free throws good from Rozier.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
Outside Jones. Back to Johnson. Here's Carrington. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Rozier against Johnson. Pass to Jones. Here's Champagnie. 5 on the clock. Fires for 3. Hits a three-pointer. Champagnie's got 9.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Anderson inside. Outside for Rozier. Fires from deep. Sends it home from three-point land. Rozier's got 5 points now in the quarter.
There's just an enthusiasm, a fire that Terry Rozier brings to the game, and this guy a big-time answer on the three-point line.
And there's a pick. Takes the 3. Rebound Miami. Anderson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, in the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Ware. From 13, and it falls all over the rim and in.
Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
Johnson passes to Jones. Here's Champagnie. 4-3, and it's Miami with a rebound. Ware's got 5 rebounds in the game, and finished off by Anderson.
Well, just tremendous fast break play from Kyle Anderson. Getting easy buckets, so important to a team's success.
And we've got a timeout from Brian Keefe. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Making a switch here. Robinson's checked in. Let's have a look at the leaderboard now and see the toughest defensive teams in the league these past 10 games. 4th, the Heat.
Well, I just love the tenacity on the defensive end. They have been in lockdown mode.
Wizards leading by 15. Here's Carrington. Give him 20. Pass to Champagnie. Here's Carrington. Anderson covers. Clock at 4. And another miss by Washington.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
The Wizards shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. Pass to Vukcevic. Here's Champagnie. To win the drought. And Rozier pulls it down. Rozier's got his 5th rebound in this one. Christopher, pass to Johnson. Rozier with it. Covered by Johnson. Spins. Outside Robinson. There's the screen by Johnson. Off target from outside. Wizards leading by 15. Pass to Champagny. Here's the pick. And here's Johnson. Pounded by Rozier. Here's Carrington. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Carrington's got 13 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Here's Rozier. Rebounded by Champagny. Champagny's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Pass to Carrington. There's the 3. Miami grabs the miss. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
There's the screen by Johnson. For 3, Robinson. And Vukcevic pulls it down. Vukcevic has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Jones, the pass to Champagny. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. So for Miami, Jaime Jaquez is checked in for Johnson, and Mitchell subbed in for Christopher.
Justin Champagny, 1.
And really strong at the line since the break.
So it's Miami now. Rozier looking around. It's Jaquez on the wing. Here's Jones. Misses from close range. And so it's Washington sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has forced a number of key turnovers, giving them a clear advantage on possessions. We'll be right back with you shortly. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Mitchell, also Josh Christopher out there. Jaime Jaquez out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Highsmith in at the power forward position. That's the group in the game for the Heat. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Christopher. Rebounded by Champagny. Champagny's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Vukcevic. Here's Champagny. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And we're starting to see some big contracts for NBA head coaches, Doris.
Well, B.A., whether we are talking about player contracts or coaches' contracts, the cost of business is the cost of business. And coaches, to me, earn every penny. Because what happens when teams underperform? The first fall guy is typically that head coach. I have 0 problems with the salaries.
The first free throw is good. And he can't hit the second. And the Heat shooting right at 35%. Not getting what they want out there. And so the ball out of bounds. Jaquez touched it last. Washington leading by 22. Pass to Champagny. Here's Carrington. Inside. And that one is stuffed right through.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Here's Christopher. Mitchell finds Jaquez. To the wing on the left. Highsmith kept alive and finished off by Anderson.
Yeah, Kyle Anderson is the very definition of a guy willing to do the dirty work.
Jones from outside. Anderson pulls it down.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Gets himself open and drills it.
What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Carrington. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, BA. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
Jaquez, that's good.
He's shooting the lights out down the stretch, trying to keep them competitive.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. The 11-footer. Chalk up 2 there. Carrington's got 5 points now this quarter.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
He completely lost focus since the break, turning the ball over multiple times. And that's after no turnovers in the first half.
Wizards leading by 23. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Pass to Jones. They set a pick. Lets it fly. Carrington no good. For Miami, they've gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Christopher, pass to Jaquez. Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
Shot clock at 5. And Vukcevic pulls it down. Vukcevic has got 11 rebounds in the game. Pass to Champagny. Here's Carrington. Rebound Miami. Ware's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Jaquez. The rebound by the Wizards. Champagny's got rebound number 8 now. They set the pick. Here's Carrington. Pass to Champagny. Here's Carrington. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Christopher. Covered by Johnson. Jones against Mitchell. Here's Carrington. Here's Champagny. And he converts the layup. Champagny's got 9 points here in the second half.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Pass to Christopher. And the league has made it clear, Grant, it sees streaming at the forefront of basketball viewing going forward.
Well, BA, it's a no-brainer. The internet is the future after all, and streaming opens a lot more options for engaging with fans while they watch.
To the middle. Here's Vukcevic. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got rebound number 8 now. Pass to Mitchell. Outside Jaquez. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Wizards. Here's Carrington. There's the screen by Johnson. Champagny, the pass to Jones. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 is up. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
He's hit a pair of threes each half, making a significant impact.
Jaquez against Jones. That's good from Jaquez on the assist by Mitchell.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Here's Champagny. Nails it from 3. Champagny's got 9 points in the quarter.
What a performance. Hit 2 from beyond the arc in the first half, and he's added 3 more since.
Johnson against Mitchell. It's stolen by Johnson. Jones with a screen on Mitchell. Pass to Vukcevic. Takes it inside. Got it.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Jaquez against Jones. Shot left block. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Wizards. Johnson for 3. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 9 rebounds now. Here's Jaquez. Miami, no good that time either. Washington has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Johnson, that's in. Coming off an assist from Jones. Jones has got 6 assists now in the game. Outside Jaquez. Pass to Ware. They need this. Drills it from deep.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Outside Johnson. Here's Champagny. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Miami shooting just 38% here in the fourth. Here's Christopher. Pass to Jaquez. Out of bounds, it'll be Wizards ball.
Wizards ball.
So for Miami, Anderson's checked in for Highsmith. Robinson comes in for Christopher. And it's Rozier in for Mitchell. Here's Johnson. Here's Carrington. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense.
Washington ball. Shooting for Washington. Carrington.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Here's Champagny. Shot clock at 6. Here's Johnson. It's tipped. Jones against Rozier. Outside Jaquez. Throws it up high. Throw it down on the lob.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. Jones feels it out. Pass to Carrington. Johnson for 3. The rebound by Ware. Miami has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Wizards.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year.
Yeah, they salvaged a little pride here tonight. You got to come away with at least 1 win against the conference opponents each year.
Here's Jaquez. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Man, good whistle there.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
You know, he doesn't shrink the lead as much as he should have. That hurts a bit.
Johnson with it. Now guarded by Rozier. Here's Champagny. Anderson pulls it down. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Jaquez against Jones. Anderson. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Well, they needed this run way earlier. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
So we see the Wizards taking the W here. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson.